Right, well, it's now December, so what better time than to cover some Christmas songs? Hi, I'm Phoebe. I'm on a music discovery journey, and I would like to invite you, friends, along on this wild ride. I am catching up on music that I may have missed out on over the years. Whilst I've consumed a lot, I haven't consumed it all, and there are some great finds out there. So some of them are quite old, some of them are new, and there's a lot of in between stuff. I wanted to share all my first time finds, no matter the date, because there's something quite cool about connection through music. So if you like the sound of that, please like and subscribe. I am delving deeper into Sabaton. They are phenomenal. I love that they've got a history channel. That's cool as hell. This is Christmas Truce, as you've probably already guessed, or you probably clicked seeing the title. This actually came through on a request from Blue Bear over on Ko-fi. Blue Bear says, it's going to be Christmas soon. Time for Sabaton's Christmas Truce. This one was recommended by so many of you, by the way. A story of great humanity during war. Great song by itself, but the vocal during the credits are the icing on the cake. Guess who sings? It's written there too. So sadly, I have had this spoiled, but had I just looked at the music or seen the video, it doesn't give me any hint that Floor is going to be on there. So I'm kind of, on one hand, I'm kind of gutted that I know, but let's have a look. Let's see when that comes in. It's 8 minutes 38, so it's a long one. But if you know Sabaton, they talk about real interesting subjects. A lot of it is about war, and it's a good learning experience. I'm always keen to learn. I don't know everything. We can't know everything. Please don't judge me. Let's go. Oh. Okay, the scene has been set.
Come on, man, wake up! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hannes!
Oh.
Hannes! Come on!
Oh my. We'll watch twice. We won't stop first time.
Silence. Oh, I remember the silence.
Love the vocals.
On a cold winter day. After many months on the battlefield, and we were used to the violence. Then all the candles went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land. We are all, we are all, we are all, we are all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns laid to rest on what's Madness. How I remember the sadness. We were hiding our tears in a foreign land where we faced our fears. We were soldiers, carried the war on our shoulders for our nations. What are you doing? Is that when we bury our friends? We were all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay to rest on old snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our Christmas on the front, far from home.
Oh, beautiful. well, it's kind of sad that they are fighting each other. War is usually the people at the top, the rich or the greedy, wanting more money, power, territory, etc. And they use these, what, in my opinion, pawns to fight each other, and whoever comes out on top wins them the prize, whatever. And it feels sad that these are humans. These are humans doing the dirty work. To me, that's what it feels like. And here it shows they are humans. It shows their human side, that they are drinking and celebrating and taking a time out from deadly, tragic war, fighting each other, to enjoy a moment of Christmas and hopefully they continue to survive. But after that, they just go back out and fight again. And it's incredibly sad. Like, on one hand, it's like, oh, that's nice that they do that. On the other hand, it's like, it's a lot of sadness to it. I was going to wait to do the History Channel viewing, but I think I'm going to do it in a separate video. There's pages and pages about the Christmas truce, but basically, in a summary, the Christmas truce was a series of unofficial ceasefires along the Western Front of World War I on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in 1914, as we've seen, where opposing British and German soldiers spontaneously met on no man's land. Soldiers from both sides exchanged gifts, sang carols and played football, as we saw, before hostilities resumed. The truce was not a single event, but widespread series of separate truces. Did not happen on every part of the front. So we will go in further detail on that when we watch the Christmas truce episode on the Sabaton History Channel, which is quite fascinating. And yes, I'll do that separately because it's about 20 minutes long for the video alone. I'll be watching this again, so this is already going to be longer than 20 minutes, and we'll go through what I'm thinking and feeling throughout. There was some incredible use of instruments there. That carol, is it Carol of the Bells? That Christmas, the very popular tune melody. I know it well from Home Alone. A lot of people probably recognise that from the movie Home Alone. I think it's Carol of the Bells, but I might be wrong there. It gives it that Christmas theme and that religious celebration Christmas theme, perhaps. It's quite hard hitting. I really enjoyed that. I liked how dramatic it was at the end as well. The credits, beautiful. Floor's voice, gorgeous. No words, just sound. Gorgeous. Okay, so it introduces Western Front, 1914. We have scenes of war. People getting blown up. Knocked out.
Come on, man. Wake up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hannes! Come on!
It's quite a sad, shocking scene where there is it looks cold. There is snow on the ground, and the blood has soaked into the floor. Lots of dead bodies, lots of destruction. It's a sad scene. Sorry. Bells signifying a change in time. It's beautiful with the piano. The intro of the piano and the drums there were just gorgeous. And guitars. Meow. Oh.
Silence. Oh, I remember the silence on a cold winter day. After many months on the battlefield, and we were used to the violence, then all the cannons went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land. We are all, we are all, we are all, we are all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay to rest on snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our Christmas on the front, far from home.
There's so much there, but I just, it's really, it sounds so good. As you can see, he's writing. Someone was looking at pictures of people back home. There's a tree, there's a Christmas tree. Silence. Oh, I remember the silence on a cold winter day. So after months, and it says after many months on the battlefield, we were used to the violence. So after many months of fighting, blasts being heard all over the place, bombs going off, obviously, grenades flying in, people dying, everything took a moment of calm, silence, no noise. Could I explain that any clearer? And that's quite powerful. It's not something they would have been used to. In fact, it's a little unsettling. All the cannons went silent and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land. So there's also valid to be skeptical or thinking, is this a trap? But hearing perhaps friendly voices from no man's land, giving an indication, a sign that it is safe enough to go out there. They say we are all friends. Today we're all brothers. Tonight we're all friends. A moment of peace in a war that never ends. It's just, it's quite powerful, isn't it? Acknowledging that we're all here doing the same thing, but we are human. Let's have a drink. Let's be together. We haven't got our loved ones with us. We haven't got our families, friends here. But we've got each other. A moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing O Holy Night. Our guns laid to rest among the snowflakes. So they're doing Christmas traditions that other people might do. Singing carols. A popular one is O Holy Night. Talking about laying their guns to rest on the snowflakes. Snowflakes are quite precious, quite fragile. Guns are quite contrastingly dangerous. There's symbolism there. There's a meaning behind that. A Christmas on the front, far from home, or a Christmas in the trenches. A Christmas on the front, far from home. It's talking about how far away they are, but kind of almost surreal. It's not something that anyone would expect. No one was expecting to celebrate Christmas, I'm sure.
Christmas on the front, far from home. Madness. How I remember the sadness. We were hiding our tears.
Fire.
In a foreign land where we faced our fears. We were soldiers. Carried the war on our shoulders. For our nations. What are you doing? Is that why we bury our friends? We were all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. Our moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay to rest on the snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our Christmas on the front, far from home.
I mean, I wanted to stop ages ago, but then the guitar solo snuck in, and you can't stop that. It would be rude to interrupt. So we will listen to that again. But I really like how their main vocalist, I need to remember his name. He rolls his R's. I love how he does that. Why have I forgotten his name already? I have done some research on them as well. Oh yes, is it Hakeem? I love the way he rolls his R's. Very nice. Okay, madness. Oh, I remember the sadness. We were hiding our tears in a foreign land where we faced our fears. I mean, yeah. Being at war, being away from everyone, your friends around you getting shot, dying, perhaps being in that traumatic situation. Saying they face their fears, coming out, the guy waving, he wasn't even, he was just kind of had his hands up as to say, I'm not armed. Everyone was kind of taken aback. Hello, what are you doing here? But there was eventually a calm and trust. We were soldiers, carried the war on our shoulders. It's all on them. It's all them doing the work. For our nations, for the nations. Is that why we bury our friends? It's almost questioning like what we're doing this for our nations. Is that the greater good? Some are led to believe that. We can have personal opinions on that though. We were all friends. Today we were brothers. Today we're all brothers. Tonight we're all friends. In a moment of peace, in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers. We drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. So repeating of that. I like the way they bring out the piano. They bring out their instruments. They're bringing them from their safe enclosures out to this mutual ground, no man's land. The guy has his what looks like an acoustic guitar, sounding like an electric guitar. I'm not going to question that. And they're playing football, and it's nice to see that. You wish it would kind of end there on a good note. They're also remembering the dead. They are acknowledging with the crosses and the candles and stuff later on that their friends have died. They're kind of putting that to one side to enjoy this friendship and exchanging of cards and stuff. It's understandable to feel emotional about that. Great riffs. He hasn't forgotten them. Kind of shows how traumatic this all is. It's not easy to just put it aside. There is PTSD from a lot of people that go to war that you hear about. I can't relate to that. I haven't been there, but I can absolutely imagine that's entirely valid and makes sense. And I guess he's there in this surreal situation where they are making friends with the opposition, who they are supposed to be not caring about, because ultimately they're trying to get rid of them. And perhaps he's kind of shaking his head in disbelief. Like, is this real? Yeah. And back to this. Just drums and vocals.
We drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. On Christmas on the front line we walk among our friends. We don't think about tomorrow. The battle will commence when we celebrate to Christmas. We thought about our friends, those who never made it home when the battle had commenced.
It's kind of sad seeing them, that the fun stops. Someone stops the ball in its tracks and it's like, right, fun's over now. We're back to resuming as you were, fighting, blowing each other up. And there's remnants of where they've been, what they've been up to right in front of us. That's quite powerful. This is present day in remembrance. The bells. I feel like I have to be silent for that. The bells. It's haunting. That last few lines. A Christmas on the front line. We walk among our friends. We don't think about tomorrow. The battle will commence. When we celebrated Christmas, we thought about our friends, those who never made it home when the battle had commenced. Just, yeah, it's incredibly powerful. Showing that just makes you feel quite sad. Floor's vocals at the end, it must be mentioned that they are extremely powerful without words. No words are necessary, just the sound is incredibly sad in remembrance of those who lost their lives. The whole surrealness of the fact that these people who were killing each other took a break from that. You know what, it's Christmas Day. Let's come out and stop fighting each other and put that to one side, which is incredibly difficult when you think, like, gosh, this guy could have been the one that killed my friend the other day. It's quite powerful when a whole group of people put aside their differences, and it said it wasn't the whole of the front line, different areas, but that is just mad. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say on it. It gets me quite emotional thinking about war and stuff. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and that was quite an important one to watch. I think a lot of what Sabaton is doing is really good in showing, teaching history and things that happened. My reason for not doing research beforehand is because I want to explore topics that I might not have delved deeper into, and I want to learn and share my learning as we go. I don't want to know it all before I do this, because it could create a bias into, or it could just influence how I react. So that is why a lot of people are like, oh, you stupid girl, why didn't you know this? We can't know everything. I'm not stupid. I know that. I'm happy to feel confident in the fact that I don't know everything, and neither do you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That was a really good one for this time of year. Take care, or for any time. See you soon. Bye bye.